Big news, crypto fam. The SEC and regulators are coming out with guns blazing. I mean, what are the odds of this? I just launched a video earlier today teaching people how to report insider trading, crypto pump and dumps, and Ponzi schemes. If you hadn't had a chance to check out the video, links down below. Then, lo and behold, I get a notification saying that the SEC just labeled 9 different crypto assets as securities, and the federal security regulators filed a complaint on Thursday alleging that former Coinbase product manager engaged in insider trading by giving his brother and friends tips on which crypto assets that they plan to list in the near future. Ready? Let's dive deep. So let's dive into this amazing article by CoinDesk, and let's talk about what crypto assets are going to be securities and what it might look like if somebody at Coinbase got charged with insider trading. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission used its first insider trading case on Thursday to formally declare 9 digital tokens as securities in its ongoing practice of defining its crypto oversight through enforcement actions. The federal and securities regulators filed a complaint Thursday alleging a former Coinbase product manager engaged in insider trading by giving his brother and a friend tips on which asset the Coinbase exchange planned to list in the near future. In an unusual move, the SEC also explicitly said 9 of the crypto assets listed were securities. While the SEC has identified cryptocurrencies as securities in the past, typically it did so in enforcement actions or settlements with the issuer. But Thursday's complaint is the first time that the SEC identified several cryptocurrencies as securities without charging the issuer of that token, or for that matter, the exchange that listed these so-called securities. The tokens that were listed were Flexa's AMP, RLY, DDX, XYO, RGT, LCX, POWR, DFX, and KROM. The SEC also declined to comment when sent a detailed set of questions about whether Thursday's actions were a predecessor to how they would be identifying crypto assets as securities in the future, or whether it intended to bring enforcement actions against crypto issuers behind the assets identified in Thursday's action. They also declined to comment on whether they will bring charges against the exchanges that listed these assets. At this time, they did not comment on whether it would penalize Coinbase or other exchanges for listing these assets. An SEC official said that the investigation into the underlying insider trading case was still ongoing. In a tweeted statement, the SEC stated that the Commodities Future Trading Commission, aka the CTFC's Commissioner Caroline Pham, called the action a striking example of regulation by enforcement. Attorney Jason Gatilby, a lawyer with Morrison Cohen LLP, noted that the issuers, Coinbase and other exchanges, that may have listed these cryptocurrencies that were deemed securities aren't party to the action, meaning that they may not be able to challenge the SEC's determination in court. I mean, you gotta hand it to them. I mean, that's a pretty brilliant move. They're able to bring charges on somebody for insider trading if the asset is quote-unquote deemed a security. But if they don't actually charge the issuer of the token with it being a security, that means AMP and these other parties can't come and dispute it or fight it in court. And if the asset is deemed a security, then insider trading is definitely highly illegal. But the charges are still allegedly, and everybody's innocent till proven guilty. Wow, this is freaking crazy. Just imagine if the SEC flips one employee at Coinbase and offers them immunity. Just imagine what they could uncover as far as insider trading. For its part, Coinbase said that none of the cryptocurrencies it lists are securities and pointed to a parallel Department of Justice action that did not charge securities fraud. Not really sure what that actually means. In the Coinbase blog post, which was originally published in April but updated on Thursday, the SEC charges are unfortunate distraction from today's appropriate law enforcement action. I mean, it just keeps getting better and better, guys. In this 62-page SEC complaint, the SEC went through all 9 tokens one by one to illustrate how and why each one of them should be defined as a security based off the Howey test. The agency also stated that in a document, each of the 9 projects invited people to invest in their company on the promise that it would expect future efforts to improve the value of the investment. Coinbase also filed a separate petition with the SEC asking for it to start rulemaking processes to detail how it would apply federal securities law to crypto assets. And in another blog post by Coinbase on Thursday, security law is thus not well suited to govern digital assets. Attempted applications of such ill-fitting laws to crypto creates a number of problems. I mean, I can't believe it's taken the SEC and the US government this long to finally start taking actions. This is such a huge step in the right direction. I kind of have a feeling that this crypto winter is just getting started, but I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that this could trigger the next Luna-like sell-off where investors start selling off all proof-of-stake projects in fears that they're going to get labeled as securities? Drop a comment below, let me know what you guys think. And I'm sure it won't be long before US authorities and regulators start taking down some of the biggest players in the crypto space for insider trading. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm sure as hell glad that I never had a guy. And I'm sure as hell glad that I never bought any AMP. I wonder if you go back on YouTube and take a look at when these projects got listed onto Coinbase and see if there were any big name influencers heavily promoting those projects right before they got launched on Coinbase. We might have to dive down that rabbit hole together. In tonight's live stream, which will be on my second YouTube channel, we are going to dive deep into this 62-page report by the SEC and take a look at each one of these projects. Hopefully you guys will come join us. Hey you, are you interested in learning more about how to investigate rug pulls, how to do background research in developers, or how to read GitHub so you can prevent yourself from buying into these rug pulls and Ponzi schemes? Do me a favor, come join us live on my second YouTube channel. We break down about 10 to 20 projects every night. You guys bring the coins, drop them in the chat, we'll research them together. And don't forget to check out my Kadena playlist. This one blockchain is going to change every aspect of life as we know it.